Welcome to my YouTube channel, Unique Bio Classes. If you like my channel, please subscribe, share and hit the bell icon so that you can get a notification as soon as videos are getting uploaded. Okay, today we shall discuss about asexual reproduction, which we have started in the previous video. So there we have discussed about sexual reproduction, starting with the cell division, binary fission, budding and asexual reproductive structures. Now we shall proceed with the fifth one, that is multiple fission. Multiple fission is a process in which the parental cell divides into many offsprings of a smaller size, which means a parental cell like amoeba. Okay, this is a parental cell. This cell will divide many a times. Okay, many a times to produce many number of small sized offsprings. For this we call it as multiple fission. As you know, fission means to divide, multiple means many. Many number of division takes place. Okay, so the definition is a process in which the parental cell divides into many offsprings of a smaller size. Example, amoeba. For this we call it as multiple fission, and multiple fission we have an explanation of that, when does it takes place and how does this multiple fission takes place in amoeba. Amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia. Amoeba is something like this, right? The structure of amoeba, we are drawing something like this. These structures, these which are outgrowth, something like this, for these we call it as pseudopodias. These pseudopodias are helpful for movement of the amoeba. So here this pseudopodia are withdrawn by amoeba. When it withdraws, what happens? This amoeba becomes something like this. It appears like this. Amoeba becomes like this. All pseudopodias, as many number of pseudopodias are there in the amoeba, all are withdrawn and amoeba becomes like this. When does this takes place? Under unfavorable conditions. When the surrounding medium is not having a favorable condition, then amoeba does this. Okay, pseudopodias are withdrawn, and then what does it do? It secretes a 3-layered hard covering. Okay, this amoeba will start to secrete 3 layers of hard covering, and those 3 layers of hard covering are also called as cyst. Okay, these are also called as cyst, which we have given it here, and the cyst is nothing but made up of chitin, chitin, chitin. This chitin is nothing but a polysaccharide. Okay, so when amoeba withdraws a pseudopodia, then amoeba will start to secrete a hard covering, 3-layered hard covering called as cyst around itself, and this process is called as encystation. The process of secretion of cyst around amoeba under unsuitable conditions is called as encystation. Okay, what is encystation you will get, so this will be the answer for that. So now we have discussed under unfavorable conditions amoeba does this. Next, when favorable conditions returns, then what happens? When favorable conditions return, the encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission. Okay, the encysted amoeba, this one is the encysted amoeba. Now this encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission. Okay, as we said, multiple fission process in which parental cell divide into many offsprings. That takes place where and when it is having a favorable conditions. Many multiple fission and produces many minute amoeba. Those minute amoeba are also called as pseudopodiospores. Okay, those minute amoeba are also called as pseudopodiospores. This one here, minute means what? Minute means small. Okay, minute means small amoebas or pseudopodiospores. Then you can get what are pseudopodiospores. Okay, when encysted amoeba undergoes multiple fission, produces many small amoebas. For those it is called as pseudopodiospores. The cyst wall burst out. Later what happens? The cyst wall which is present, the hard covering which we said, it will break open, and so that the spores which are present inside, those will be released out in the surrounding medium, so that each can grow into a new amoeba. Okay, so the cyst wall burst out and spores are liberated in surrounding medium and grow up into many amoeba. This phenomenon is known as sporulation. This phenomenon can also be called as sporulation. Here we have given in a diagrammatic representation. This is an amoeba which has under unfavorable conditions, which has withdrawn its pseudopodia. This is a nucleus, and it has started to secrete. It has secreted 3 layers of hard covering called as cyst, and that process we call it as encystation, and this structure we call it as encysted amoeba. Now this encysted amoeba under favorable conditions, it undergoes multiple fission, we said. So the nucleus will start to divide first. So nuclear fragmentation, many nucleus are formed. Later, spores with the dissolving cyst. Cyst is getting dissolved. okay, hard covering which we have shown here, something like this, and here. Now that cyst is getting dissolved and forms many small minute amoebas, and these minute amoeba are released into the surrounding medium, because the cyst will get break open and it will release this amoeba in a surrounding medium. Because these are small, so it has been called as amoebulae. This each amoebulae later grows into each individual. So this is about multiple fission, and you can get what is multiple fission, what are pseudopodiospores, what is encystation, okay, what is sporulation. Because spores are released from this amoeba, so it is called as sporulation, the process of release of spores. Because pseudopodiospores or spores are released, so we call it as sporulation. Okay, this is about multiple fission. Next we have about sporulation. Sporulation is nothing but a process in which the organism produces spores is called as sporulation. And when an organism produces spores is called as sporulation. This is the amoeba. When it is producing spores, we call it as sporulation. Example, amoeba, rhizopus. We can give any of the example. Here we have one of the structure of rhizopus stolonifer. Rhizopus stolonifer, in that you can find there are the filaments, long filaments are there, and these are the rhizoids. These are the rhizoids which are used to attach to the substratum. This is the filament, and this filament is having sporangium. As you know, sporangium will produce spores. These spores are released out. This process, the process of release of spores from an organism, is called as sporulation. So you can find that one here. Okay, this is sporulation in Rhizopus stolonifer. Next you can find here is about fragmentation. Okay, in fragmentation what you will find, the process in which parent body divides into two or more pieces. Now example, we are talking about hydra. Okay, hydra is something like this. It is a multicellular organism, and it do have presence of tentacles. Okay, these are the tentacles. If you are showing a small bird, you can show something like this. This hydra, when it divides into small pieces, if it breaks into small pieces, something like this, you will find one piece is like this, one piece is like this, third one is like this. Okay, this was the top one, then first, second and third. This one is first, second and third. So these are the in three pieces that hydra has been divided. Now what happens, each piece will grow into an adult. Okay, each piece will grow into an adult, something like this, and each adult is capable of giving birth. It is able to produce offsprings that again small bird can start to get arise. So this process we call it as fragmentation. Fragmentation means, fragments means into pieces, where the parental body divides into pieces, and each piece will develop and grows into an adult, and each adult is capable of producing offsprings. Example, hydra. So the definition is here. The process in which parent body divides into two or more pieces, each fragment grows into an adult and capable of producing offsprings. Example, hydra. Okay, what is fragmentation? Give example. What is sporulation? Give example. 1 or 2 mark question. Multiple fission, 2 mark question. And in that, if they can ask what are pseudopodiospores, what is sporulation, what is encystation, these can be 1 mark question together. Okay, so this is about asexual reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction, total we have discussed about 7 different types. Next we shall discuss about vegetative propagation. Okay, vegetative propagation we have here. Vegetative propagation, what we said, it is a type of asexual reproduction which is used in plants, that we call it as vegetative propagation. What we said for asexual reproduction is nothing but where single parent is used. Okay, where no two parents are involved, only one single parent is involved in the formation of an offspring. So vegetative propagation, a process of multiplication in which a part or a fragment of a plant gets detached and under suitable conditions develop into an independent plant. Okay, this is a process of multiplication, that is multiplying or increasing in number. Multiplication in which a part or a fragment, okay, a part of a plant or a fragment of a plant will get detached and under suitable condition develop into an independent plant. What does it mean? I shall discuss later when I am giving the many examples of those. Then you have vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules are the units of vegetative propagation. which are capable of giving rise to new offsprings. These structures are called as vegetative propagules. Example, runner, rhizome, sucker, etc. So these are the definitions about what are each one. When we go through the examples, you'll understand properly. Okay, now we have many examples. Vegetative propagules in angiosperms. Vegetative propagules in angiosperm. First one is eyes or tuber of potato. These are very important. You might have seen potato something like this, right? This potato, it consists of eyes on that. Many number of eyes you might have seen on that, and these eyes later, if you keep this potato under favorable conditions, it will grow into it will have small buds on that. Okay, now each bud or each eye will grow into a whole new plant. If you take this bud, cut this part, or you can take whole potato and keep that one under the soil, after few days you'll find that there is a formation of a plant. Okay, which plant? Potato plant. Now here we are not using seeds for growing a potato. What we are doing, potato itself, potatoes buds are used, eyes are used. Okay, so that's why this potato bud is called as vegetative propagule. Hope you understood. Potato bud is called as vegetative propagule. What were the vegetative propagules? The units of vegetative propagation, the units which are used in multiplying the plant which gives rise to new offsprings. These structures are called as vegetative propagules. Okay, now eyes of tuber are vegetative propagules of potato. Next, rhizome of ginger, turmeric, banana. Okay, rhizome is nothing but underground stem. It is an underground stem. That underground stem will grow. If you have seen the ginger, it is not having a particular shape, something like this. I shall show you. Now this is a ginger. It do have presence of nodes and internodes on that. You might have noticed nodes and internodes is a special characteristic feature of the stem. So there are presence of nodes and internodes in the ginger, turmeric and banana, and this is growing underground stem. And this, if you take the ginger, so inside the soil and living after some time, then what happens in the buds, the rhizome, the root itself will grow, the stem itself will grow into a new plant. Okay, and it will increase in its growth. So you might have seen nodes and internodes. So it is stem, not a root. Okay, now next we have bulbil of agave. Okay, agave will be something like this, like spring onions you might have seen. Okay, it will be something like this. Okay, this is an agave. Agave is having vegetative propagule what? Bulbil. Now if you take this bulbil and keep that one inside the soil, and this will grow into a whole new plant. Okay, next, leaf buds of bryophyllum. Bryophyllum you might have seen, it is a showy plant. It is having this kind of thick leaves. Okay, on this leaves there are formation of small leaf buds. Okay, small leaves are formed. These small leaves are called as leaf buds. It is something like this. These are called as leaf buds. Now these small leaf buds, what does they do? These leaf buds, they will get detached from the parental body and grow into new plant under favorable conditions. Okay, it will get detached. When it is getting detached from the parental body, when it is getting suitable condition, soil and all, it grows into a new plant. Okay, so leaf buds of bryophyllum. Offset of water hyacinth and pistia. Offset of water hyacinth and pistia, in that offset is nothing but a lateral branch with a shoot with a short node, and each node bearing a rosette of leaves. Okay, this is a short internode. Each one is having a rosette of leaf and tuft of roots. For this we call it as offset. Okay, especially this characteristic feature you can find in aquatic plants, that is water hyacinth and pistia. Water hyacinth is also called as eichhornia. Okay, water hyacinth is also called as eichhornia because it is having vegetative propagation. It will reproduce at a faster rate. It will increase its number. It's a faster rate. So you can find this is one water hyacinth. After some time it will make its lateral bud. From the base of a lateral bud it will start to grow horizontally, and as soon as node arises, then what happens again, it starts to produce tuft of leaves and rosette of leaves and tuft of roots, and it grows continuously. propagules. Again you can find like this. Again as node arises, again there is rosette of leaves and tuft of roots. It will continue to grow and it will increase in number very fast. Because of this reason, water hyacinth is called as terror of Bengal. Water hyacinth is called as terror of Bengal because this water hyacinth was having mauve colored flowers, and these flowers were getting attracted by the people, and it has been brought and grown in one of the pond in a Bengal region. And because it has increased its number in a large amount, it has decreased the oxygen content in the water, and it has led to the number of fishes to get extinct. So that's why water hyacinth is also called as terror of Bengal. Another name of water hyacinth is Eichhornia. Scientific name of it is Eichhornia. Okay, next one we have is bulb of onion. You might have seen onion. Onion. Onion is something like this. Now this is the bulb of onion. Sorry guys. Okay, this is the bulb of onion, and this bulb of onion, it consists of small buds inside that. Okay, small buds, young buds which are growing. If you take this onion and keep it on the soil, after few days you'll find this onion will grow its leaves, right, and grow into a new plant. So that is bulb of onion. Bulb, why? Because of its shape, because of the shape of the onion. Stem cutting of sugarcane, or you might have seen sugarcane. It's a stem cutting. Sugarcane is something like this, right, which is nothing but a modified stem. So if you wanted to grow a new sugarcane, what you will do? You will take a stem cutting, you will cut this sugarcane plant, and then you will sow that part inside the soil. After few days it will grow into a new plant. So stem cuttings of sugarcane. Stolon of Marsilia and Vallisneria. Stolon, it is nothing but specially you can find it is growing from the base of the main axis, and after growing aerially for some arch downward, especially in the mint and all you find. This is the main plant. Okay, main plant. From the base of it a new plant will arise, and it grows something like this, and later it will arch down, it will touch the ground, and it will start to form roots and grow into again a new plant. So this you can find in the mint. Marsilia vallisneria, you'll find the same. Sucker of chrysanthemum. Sucker, especially this one, the lateral branches originate from the basal and underground portion of the main stem, which grow horizontally beneath and then come out obliquely upwards, giving rise to leafy shoots, which means this is the stem. Okay, stem of a plant. Then the stem of the plant will grow inside, then laterally it moves, and then it, as soon as node arises, it grows obliquely above the ground. Here roots are present. This is the actual main plant. Then it grows horizontally, and as soon as it gets nodes, from that it grows obliquely and grows into a new plant. Again this will continue, and it will grow something like this horizontally under the ground, and as soon as node arises it grows obliquely, the new plant starts to grow. This one you can find in sucker of chrysanthemum. Now I'll let you know which one are very important for your exam point of view. In this they will ask what is vegetative propagation. Okay, once again, if we go through a process of multiplication in which a part or a fragment of a plant gets detached under suitable conditions, develop into an independent plant. Is it a part of a plant is getting detached? It will get detached from the parental plant and develops into an independent plant, and that part we call here it as vegetative propagules. Now examples we gave many vegetative propagules in angiosperms. In that, very important one which they have asked is potato. Eyes of potato, rhizome of ginger, bulbil of agave, leaf buds of bryophyllum, offset of water hyacinth. These are very important. First 5 are very important which they have asked and which they have given in your textbook. Okay, what they will mention? Mention the vegetative propagules of potato, ginger, agave, bryophyllum, water hyacinth. Then you have to mention these as a vegetative propagule. Vegetative propagule is an eye of which type of angiosperm? Then it is potato. Something like that, vice versa questions will be asked. Okay guys, Today we have discussed about asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation. If you have any doubts, any queries, please comment it in the comment box so that I can clarify your doubts. And please, if you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Okay, hope we shall meet in the next video starting with the sexual reproduction. Stay safe, stay healthy.